So Fear Factor is back on. I had it in my head for some reason that it was coming back on in October, but it's actually been on for 3 months. What the fuck was October? Where did I get October from? Is it just because October is like Halloween-y and like, you know, creepy, scary, fits in with, I don't know. I had it fixated in my head.
Fear Factor starts in October. We gotta start watching Fear Factor when it comes on in October.
No, it was on in June, asshole. June. So I've missed the entire thing, which sucks. I love anything like scary or dangerous, and I'm always into doing any of that stuff, which is actually kind of funny because most people are genuinely surprised when I tell them that, yeah, I would be totally fine hanging from the ceiling by my ankles over a pit of venomous snakes and covered in cockroaches just to get free Taco Bell, which is not even a joke. I would literally do that for Taco Bell right now. I am craving Taco Bell. So in honor of Fear Factor being back on for 3 months, I'm so fucking pissed at myself. I wanted to share my Fear Factor experience. So in Universal Studios in Orlando, there's a Fear Factor live show, which is literally Fear Factor in front of a live audience. And it's cool because the guests in the park actually can audition for it, and they are the people in the show. So we were around the area while the auditions were going on one of the days, and I was like, please let me audition for this. So I did. The auditions was literally Simon Says. Yeah, that was the audition for this crazy, dangerous show. Fucking game of Simon Says. But it actually was really good for them. They got to see which people auditioning best followed directions alongside who was in the best physical shape, since they were doing things like Simon Says balance on 1 foot, Simon Says do 10 jumping jacks. Now I know what you're thinking. Adam, you're a fat fucking meatball who doesn't leave his bed other than to change the game in his Nintendo Switch. How the fuck did you pass the audition and be considered someone in good physical shape? Well, that is because they needed 4 people to be in their contest, and guess how many people auditioned? Yeah, 4. They had no fucking choice. So big shout out to all the pussies who were in Orlando that day who didn't audition for the show, because I got to be in it thanks to you. So me and the other 3 guys who auditioned obviously got in, and after the auditions, we were taken backstage where we were told what the challenge was going to be and given one more chance to back the fuck out. And when none of us did, they gave us forms that we had to sign and fill out, basically saying that if we got seriously hurt or died on the set, that we wouldn't sue. That was when it got real. The sad part was I literally wanted to do the food eating part. I didn't actually have any intentions of doing anything physical. I just wanted to eat something weird. After we filled out the forms, they took us further backstage where we had to change into nasty ass fucking spandex suits. And just look at this. Yeah. Complete with weird ass tiny shoes that made my feet look like, well, actually that made them look like what they are. Small feet. Fun fact, I actually wear shoes 2 sizes bigger than my feet actually are, because all the guys in my family have big feet, and then I have just little, like, dwarf feet. And if all that wasn't enough, they also gave us waterproof underwear in case we wet our pants. I don't know if that was like a safety precaution or if they just didn't want us to be embarrassed that we wet our pants while 100 people were watching us hanging from the ceiling. Because yes, that was the challenge. We walked up 4 stories to where we would be hanging by just our hands.
Are you ready? I suggest you hold on. Let's bring the fear in. 3, 2, 1, go! Platforms drop. And Adam and Tim misunderstood the assignment.
Please don't make fun of my tiny ass feet and my fat fucking legs. My fat fucking everything, actually. But listen, there is an explanation for why I dropped so fast. It had just finished fucking pouring. They actually were considering postponing that particular show because of, you know, everything was covered in like water, everything was wet. So those bars that we were hanging onto were still like damp with the rain. So it was impossible to get a good grip on it, obviously, because, you know, we just slid off. So after that first challenge, we had to be put into teams of 2, and the winner, who lasted, I think, about 6 seconds, was asked to pick his partner, and obviously he picked the guy who came in second place. So me and the guy who also fell instantly, Tim, were put on the same team. And while we were setting up for the second challenge, that's when they did the eating challenge, which I wanted to do so bad. I don't remember what exactly they had to eat. I feel like I remember something about seafood and sour milk. I don't remember exactly what it was. I wasn't really paying attention because they were talking to us and basically explaining what we had to do. One person on the team would be standing on the ground, and the other person would be hanging in the air. And they said the person on the ground would be doing a lot of running. So of course, fat little me was practically on my knees begging to be the person in the air. The person on the ground next to a tank filled with live eels with black bean bags on the bottom. They had to grab a bean bag, run over, and toss them up into a bucket that the person in the air was holding. And we didn't get that many in.
3, 2, 1, go! Get in there, get those big bags. Lead back to the line first. We'll throw good test of Ronald. Wow, throwing from the tank. Got a good arm there. Now we're going to try to get a little closer. Easier throw. No, Adam can't come up with it. Too far to the side. 15 seconds to go. Both teams working pretty well together. Now the blue team's on the board. Think you have to work double time here because Felipe's throwing darts left and right to it. Great job. 5 seconds. From the tank. No, just couldn't reach it there. That's good arm. That is it. Time is up. Let's find out how many each team has. All right, looks like we've got 1 for the blue team, but we have 5 for the red team.
I don't know why I wasn't trying very hard. I was just literally moving the bucket like this. I could have been swinging from the wire. I could have been, you know, doing fucking anything to help this poor man who is like, he's trying so hard to just get one fucking beanbag in. The other team won by a lot, and they got a very special advantage for the final challenge, which was an extra octopus. We were throwing dead octopuses? I've heard both. We were throwing dead octopi into buckets. I imagine that challenge is every vegan's worst nightmare. Now that might sound simple enough considering, you know, we're stationary, but we were not stationary. They brought us up back to pretty much where we were height-wise for the first challenge when we were hanging from the ceiling. They pulled us back up there and then let us go. So we were going like this, like a fucking pendulum swing, trying to drop these octopi into the buckets.
Let's let the octopi fly in 3, 2, 1, go! Here they come. High toss, way too high. No, just out of Tim's bucket there. Second pass. Good catch. No, Tim. He throws the bucket into the crowd. Tim, turn around, grab your bucket. And Adam was not waiting at all for that one. Last one coming from Ronald, up in the air. And into the bucket. That's it. Blue team, a noble effort, but just not enough. Red team, you are the champions of Fear Factor Live!
Yeah, you can definitely not tell from that video that I had just gotten an A+ in a physics class. I think I was just shocked because I didn't realize how fast the swing was gonna be or how high I was gonna go and how, like, I didn't know. I had no idea that it was gonna be like that. So I'm just kind of like tossing the fucking octopi everywhere. But we got in one. I'm proud of the one little octopus that we did get in. But the other team got all 4. And as you heard, they were the Fear Factor Live champions. But Adam, you're wearing a Fear Factor Live champion shirt. How the fuck did that happen? Well, that's because one of the guys who did win, he was so kind and he actually gave me the shirt. He came up to me after the show. He found me talking to my family and he was like, "You were such a good sport and such a good kid, and I want you to have the champion shirt. And it was just like really sweet. I almost started crying because it was just like, after all of that, he just gave me his prize. What? He made me promise that when I got back home, I would tell everybody that I won, which is how I got the shirt. But I don't want to do that because I think it's a lot nicer to acknowledge the fact that no, I did not win Fear Factor Live. I lost miserably. I was shit, okay? But this guy, that was probably one of the best moments in that vacation, was when that guy came up to me and gave me his shirt and said, "You deserve the prize. You did really well." I think he could tell that I was really nervous and shy. I mean, it was me and the other 3 guys, they were all ex-military men. They were all in their 30s, physically fit. And then there was just like little old me. Hi, just turned 18, little fat tranny. Hi, I want to win too. It was just one of the nicest things that anyone has ever done for me, and especially since it was coming from a stranger. But yeah, it was definitely the coolest thing I've ever done, and I'm so glad that I had the guts to get up and do it. If I go back there again, I want to see the show, and I definitely want to audition and be in the show again so I can actually win and really earn the title of Fear Factor Live champion, not just steal it from a man who actually, you know, did the work instead of just hanging there like a fucking loser. And then maybe another little kid who's a little shy or nervous might audition alongside me, who might not win, who I can give my shirt to and pass the act of kindness along. I don't know. Do something nice for someone today. I'm gonna go and cry because now I am really fucking craving eel rolls.